If you are a fan of a little salty and sweet, today's Crumbl copycat cookie recipe is for you. Today we are making the sea salt toffee cookie. What is up, you guys? It is Karli here, and you're officially cooking with Karli. And today we're making Crumbl's sea salt toffee cookie, and this one happens to be one of my favorites. I love how the toffee gets kind of like crumbly, but it's super sweet, and it's just a good one. So we're going to use the same cookie base as the regular milk chocolate chip cookie, but we are going to add in a little bit of toffee. We're just using some broken up pieces of Heath toffee bars. So to go over our ingredients quickly, we are just adding some butter, both granulated and brown sugar, some eggs, vanilla, all-purpose flour. We've got baking soda, baking powder, and salt in here. Then we've got our chocolate chips, of course, these giant ones that Crumbl always uses, and our broken up pieces of Heath bar. And then at the very end, after they come out of the oven, we will sprinkle a little bit of this coarse sea salt on top. They are delicious. And right now is the time in my video I remind you that there's a link in the description below that will take you to my website that has all of the ingredient amount, specific instructions. You can click the jump to recipe button at the top of the page. It'll take you right down to that recipe. You can print it out, making your life so much easier. All right, to get started, let's cream together this butter and sugar. We're going to cream this together until it is very light and fluffy in both texture and color. So the texture will be fluffy, the color will be light. So when you first start mixing it, it'll kind of be a darker color because of this brown sugar, but as more air is incorporated, the color will actually lighten quite a bit. Butter's in, and let's put the sugars in, and then we will get to mixing. All right, the mixture is light and fluffy, so now let's add in our eggs and vanilla. We're just going to mix this again until everything is nice and combined and smooth. You don't want to beat this one a ton, however, you don't want to beat those eggs too much. So just until it's nice and creamy, we're going to use a lower speed this time too. Now that that is all incorporated, let's add in our flour and then our salt, soda, and powder. So this is just all-purpose flour. Don't need anything fancy. Just what you have in your cupboard will work. All right, I'm going to mix this together, starting slow, and then we can gain speed to help mix this dough together. But yeah, start slow. That's all I had to say. The last thing for us to add in and mix into the cookie dough are our chocolate chips and the Heath bars. So I'm just going to toss this in and just give it a few quick pulses to mix that together, and then we will get to scooping. Okay, let's do a quick few quick pulses, and get this mixed in. All right, we're looking good. Lots of chocolate in each bite. That's what I like. So I'm gonna pull out the pans, and then we will get to scooping and separating out this dough. All right, I have a 1/2 cup measuring cup here, and this is what I'm going to use to scoop out and measure the cookie dough. So we're going to use about 1/2 cup, maybe just a little bit less, of cookie dough, and we're going to roll it into a ball and then flatten it just slightly. And then this is how these are going to bake. Repeat this with all of your dough. They will, spread slightly. So you're going to want to put about 6 cookies on each tray, and you're going to make 12 cookies total. While I'm finishing up rolling these cookies out, go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am coming out with a new Crumbl copycat cookie recipe every week. So you don't want to miss any of these. I'm telling you, you really don't. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell, and comment down below. Let me know what cookie you want me to make next, because I have quite the list growing and I'm really excited about all of them. Do me a favor and just like and subscribe to this video and YouTube channel. Just bless your heart if you do. Just have the sweetest little spirit. These cookies are ready for the oven, and this time they're going in at 375, and that will give the outside of these cookies a nice crispy texture, which is just to die for. They are going to spread slightly, and then the tops might get a little bit crackly, and that's when you know to pull them out. They will also start to turn a little bit brown. So those are your keys to take them out of the oven, and then we'll sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on them while they're still warm. The cookies just came out of the oven about 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna bring them on over and we can put them on our cooling rack and we can finish these off, and then we can finally taste them. All right, here are the cookies. They are giant. Would you expect anything less from a Crumbl copycat recipe? You should not. And they smell so good. I love the crispy outside, how they're golden brown. And we will break one of these in half here soon, and you'll see how gooey they are still in the middle. The last thing we need to do is just sprinkle with a little coarse sea salt, and then they're done. These are served warm, and I cannot wait to dive in to these cookies. And that is how you make Crumbl sea salt toffee cookie. It is so good. And so next time you're craving a little something salty and sweet, give this recipe a try. It will end up being one of your favorites. Oh yeah. Okay, here comes the taste test. I don't know where to go. I want some toffee and the chocolate chips. I want it all. That's good. I love the salty with the toffee. Kind of like salted caramel-esque. Two thumbs up from this girl.